welcome to the final episode of Kbtv. I'm Sydney Jordan.
And I'm Jojo Barnard.
This week we'll be reflecting on the past and looking ahead to the future.
We will learn more about how this year's staff and students have adapted to this crazy year.
We'll discuss the STAR and the differences due to COVID.
We will be informed about staying productive this summer and the summer homework.
And we will think ahead into transitioning into high school.
All this coming up next on Kbtv.
It's Tuesday, so it's a news day.
Here's the buzz for this week.
The COVID-19 outbreak has affected all of us in numerous ways.
Not only has it affected our home life, it has also greatly affected our average day at school.
But students aren't the only ones taking this toll.
The Keeling staff has been working hard to adapt to this new way of learning and keep making school interesting.
Bringing us more information is Maya Tien, Jackson Adam Covey, and Leo de los Santos.
At the start of this school year, the world was in the grips of a global pandemic and was struggling to adapt to the new way of life.
The entirety of the workforce had to change and evolve to fit the new structure of the online world. Teachers, staff, and students were no exception to this and struggled to adapt along with the rest of the Earth's population.
This episode of Kbtv, we will look back upon what students and teachers have done to change their lifestyles in the midst of online schooling. First, we'll hear from Toshvi Reddy on what they have done to adapt.
I got adjusted to it over time. I'm usually trying a bunch of different things. Like instead of spending so much time on the screen in the mornings, I try to not spend as much time on the screen as possible, only when necessary. And I sometimes try to dim the light a little bit. And I've been thinking about getting a blue light filter into my glasses just in case. But yeah.
Great retrospect from Toshvi on what she has done to adapt to the increased screen time throughout quarantine. Next, we will hear from World Cultures teacher and Ultimate Frisbee coach, Mrs. Crouch, on what online sports are like and how they have been going for students.
I don't think, frankly, anyone that plays sports has enjoyed the online version of those sports. We tried to do our best to encourage people to still throw and work on their skills in their pods. But, there's nothing like actually getting out there and playing together and running around. And we're very excited because this Thursday, is our very first Ultimate Frisbee practice.
Great insight from Ms. Crouch on the troubles those who play sports have gone through, and even better news looking forward. Next, we will hear from 8th grader Maya Kennedy Azim on what the hardest thing about adapting to these new conditions was for her.
Just seeing people. I don't like not seeing people. Also, I feel like all of the extracurriculars that I do are harder now. I mean, I actually added an extracurricular a few months ago, so I like being busy all the time, but that also kind of wakes me up to I don't see people except for in these extracurriculars, and that's once a week, so that's sad, but I miss people.
This year has been filled with so many hardships and obstacles, but we have been able to get through it together. We have gone through so much as a school in such a short period of time.
I think most of us can agree that we miss seeing people off the screens and in 3D form. Everyone who has gotten through this year so far deserves all the credit they can get. Remember to stay sharp throughout these final following weeks and end the year off strong. This has been Maya Tien
And Jackson Adam Covey reporting for Kbtv.
To test or not to test? That is an option many students had for this year's STAR test. The Texas Education Agency allowed for students to opt out of taking the test. And for those who opt in, testing during the pandemic looked very different from previous years.
The amount of students, the pods, where to put students, just so many factors fell into STAR.
Mr. Estes, the Academy Director, coordinated the multiple protocols necessary for testing during COVID.
Managing COVID and making sure that students have enough space where they feel safe in the classrooms.
Because of the pandemic, everything about teaching and learning has changed this year, including opinions about standardized tests.
It causes a lot of stress on the children
And I feel like AISD could use other things like their report cards or something if they need to see like how much they're being taught, or like a shorter test.
Despite all of these changes, students and teachers have adapted to online and hybrid learning this school year, including meeting the various requirements for state testing.
Our teachers do an amazing job at preparing our students for STAR, but I do get that it's a huge test and test anxiety does come up. But if I could just stress to students, like, just come in, do what your teachers have taught you to do this year, and you'll be fine.
The pandemic has greatly affected the world in many difficult ways, causing all of us to react and move forward with the best of intentions.
Being a part of the whole testing and with the pandemic, it is hard, but you do what you can with what you can, and you make sure that everybody is prepared and safe.
This has been OCO Blanchard reporting for Kbtv.
I have a feeling Keeling students are going to do well on this STAR.
That's right. We're going to finish this year with a bang.
I can't wait for summer.
Same. But it's important to remember to stay on task with summer homework.
Further explaining this topic is Yale Sia and Clara Mangoli.
Summer break is a time for many students to relax and enjoy the months, traveling, visiting family and friends, or just enjoying their days without school interference. However, summer is still a chance to be productive and learn, as many teachers will be assigning homework over the break.
It keeps students reading over the summer, which is great. It prepares students for the start of the next school year. It lets them know what to expect from their courses for the next year. Refreshes some of the skills that we've been working on all year, refreshes those skills over the summer, and helps to, build positive habits and ideas about education outside of the classroom.
Summer homework isn't always easy. However, students have found a variety of ways to help them remember and finish summer homework.
I do use the technique of like setting up a specific day or like time in the day when I have to finish a certain assignment. And I think I'd probably use that same technique in the summer because, if I don't make up a schedule for myself, I will end up forgetting.
Administrators in AISD strongly believe that summer homework is beneficial for students. These people work around the clock to help students have the best education possible, and according to them, this means students must keep their brains active year-round.
So we always love to do some kind of summer reading and summer math, just to keep exercising that brain. We'd love for students to get involved with things outside of school as well, but it's really nice to just continue on with that schoolwork just so that it'll be a much easier transition when we start at the beginning of the school year.
This has been Clara Mangoli reporting for KNN.
After summer, this year's 8th graders are taking the next step into high school.
They will make new friends, meet new people, and learn so much more.
I know I'm going to miss my 8th grade friends.
Giving us this story is Jaden White and Mackenzie Waldinger.
As the school year comes to an end, many students are starting to think about the next school year, especially the 8th graders. Moving from middle school to high school can be a scary transition, so Ivy and many other students chose to go to LASA and hope that they will have a similar experience to the one they had at Keeling.
I liked that it's more advanced academically, and also it has kind of like a similar community as Keeling as far as like it being a magnet school.
Along with having a good community at school, making strong relationships with your peers is a crucial part of your middle school and high school experience. And that experience is something Ms. Drummond enjoyed being a part of with the 8th grade class.
For the most part, people don't really know each other, so it's just been fun, myself building relationships and seeing them build relationships and find things that they're interested in.
It can be hard to part ways with friends, and it happens to everyone at some point in school. However, some students like June find themselves reconnecting with old friends in high school, but keep their minds open to making new friends as well.
I'm looking forward to being able to see some of my friends who are going to be 10th graders there, and just like different people to meet, I guess.
We can all say this year hasn't been normal, but let's hope for a regular freshman experience for our 8th graders. This has been Mackenzie Waldinger reporting for Kbtv.
I hope the 8th graders make it around high school all right.
I definitely agree. We hope you enjoyed today's episode.
This has been Sydney Jordan
and Jojo Barnard. Thanks for watching Kbtv,
Keeling's #1 source for news and information.